Hello, this is Sky Sports News, where we've brought you Michael Carrick's first news conference as Manchester United's temporary caretaker manager. He began with a statement after the sacking of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer yesterday. Here's what he had to say.
Yesterday has been a very emotional time for everyone at the club. Working with Ollie for 3 years now, and I've known him for an awful lot longer than that. And knowing the person that he is, the values that he has, and what he lives by, and how he treats people. To see Ollie unfortunately lose his job yesterday was tough for me. It was tough for a lot of people at the club, and I think you can tell by the emotion that was around the place yesterday what Ollie meant to everyone. So we understand, and Ollie obviously understands. I think he's said it himself that results in this business is everything, and as much as you build the foundation and you create the right environment and the right culture, treat people the right way, sometimes you don't always get what you deserve, unfortunately. But I want to say a massive thank you to Ollie, certainly from me and from the staff, and as well as the players, because I learned an awful lot from him. He taught me a lot, and it's been an absolute pleasure working with him. So sad day initially for me, and I wish Ollie all the very best. But on the flip side, football's football, and business is usual today in terms of we got a big game to prepare for tomorrow. It's a privilege for me to now sit in this position. I understand the responsibilities that come with that, and now it's a focus of flipping our minds and moving forward quickly. It's what this club does very well. It's what this club's done very well historically, and that's certainly the now. We're very much looking forward to the game tomorrow. Going on there and with a real positive mind and attitude, and the boys will be ready for it. So we can't wait for the game to come.
Michael Carrick a few moments ago, alongside Harry Maguire, who said also the players must share their responsibility for the departure of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Here is Dharmesh Sheth, who told us yesterday that Mauricio Pochettino was United's #1 target. Where are we with that?
Well, first of all, Mauricio Pochettino's focus is on a big Champions League game. He's actually in Manchester this week, coincidentally, for Paris Saint-Germain's game against Manchester City on Wednesday night. But I'm told that Mauricio Pochettino would be interested in the long-term managerial position at Manchester United. You'll remember when Jose Mourinho was sacked by Manchester United back in December 2018, he was strongly linked with that post. Instead, Manchester United opted to go for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Now, we also told you yesterday that the second choice was Ajax head coach Erik ten Hag, and he would be 100% interested in taking the Manchester United role as well. But what we shouldn't lose out on here is there's a more pressing decision here for Manchester United. They've talked about Michael Carrick taking charge of forthcoming games, and then an interim coming until the end of the season. It can't be underestimated how big a decision the interim is, because could that yet dictate which manager comes in the long term? Because Manchester United, it's not just a case of let's bring an interim in until we bring in our long-term target, because the interim is going to have a job to do. Manchester United have still got plenty to play for this season, not least being in the Champions League, and not least trying to qualify for the Champions League next season. They're down in 8th position at the moment. They've only taken 4 points from their last 7 games. This is not Champions League form. So the interim manager is going to need to be a manager who can come in, hit the ground running, and get Manchester United into those top 4 positions. We've talked about Wayne Rooney potentially would find it difficult to turn down Manchester United if they were to approach him for an interim role. And I just wonder what direction Manchester United will take with this specific role. Will they go down the ex-player route to appease fans, to say, look, this is someone that you adore, this is someone that knows the club, but then they did that with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They have to be clinical.
He did too well and ended up getting the job permanently. And
exactly.
that's going to be in the mind, very possibly, of whoever gets an interim job.
Exactly. But I think Manchester United have been quite clinical in that statement. Michael Carrick for the forthcoming games, an interim until the end of the season, which would imply a longer-term target come the summer.
And who's calling the shots?
So, Joel Glazer will be the ultimate decision maker as far as who the next permanent manager for Manchester United will be. But we've learnt today that the executive vice chairman, Ed Woodward, could yet have a key part in the decision-making process. Now, he is due to step down as the executive vice chairman, is Ed Woodward, at the end of this calendar year. It is not uncommon for senior executives to still have a role within a big organisation in a consultancy role once they've actually departed their senior management position. It's still unclear whether Ed Woodward would return that expertise in a consultancy role, or indeed whether his role as executive vice chairman would be extended. It is one to keep an eye on just now. You'll remember that he actually announced his decision to step down as executive vice chairman at Manchester United back in April in the wake of the Super League, because we learnt at Sky Sports News that he didn't agree with the owner's decision to join a European Super League, and hence that's why at the time he decided at the end of the year, I'm going to step down.